Hi students, welcome to the NEET Easy Physics. Today we are discussing on basic mathematics how directly proportional and inversely proportional will be related. So we came to know since our childhood. So A is directly proportional to B. A is inversely proportional to B. So here A and B, let us assume two physical quantities in physics. How A and B will be related? How A and B will be related in directly proportional and inversely proportional. We are going to see by giving some numbers. B increases 2 times. B increases 2 times. B increases by 2 times. So then what happens to A, they will ask in both the cases. If I am going to explain A is directly proportional to B, you are going to say what is happening in case of A is inversely proportional to B. First I am taking B increases 2 times. For this case, how we are going to write A is directly proportional to B means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by A2. So A1 by A2 equal to, so here B increases 2 times they get. B increases 2 times means what happens for B2? So B2 is going to become 2B1. Therefore, we are going to write B1 by 2B1. If you cancel B1 and B1, then A1 by A2 is going to be 1 by 2, then A2 is going to become 2A1. So in exam, you no need to do all these things directly. So directly we can say the answer. How we are going to say means, whenever it is directly proportional, if B increases 2 times, A also is going to increases 2 times. Therefore, answer will be A increases 2 times. Now what happens when B increases by 2 times? What is the difference between increases 2 times, increases by 2 times? So many students will do mistake here. So what happens whenever increases by 2 times means, in previous case B2 we have taken 2B1. Then how it is going to become? So B2 is going to be increases by 2 times means initial B1 plus 2B1. So finally it is going to be 3B. Now see once how we are going to do whenever it is directly proportional. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. Now B1 by, what is B2? 3B. These two will be cancelled. A1 by A2 is 1 by 3. Then A2 is 3A1. Now see the difference. B increases 2 times. A also increases 2 times. Whenever B increases by 2 times, now A is going to increase 3 times. A increases 3 times means A increases 3 times means A also increases by 2 times. A also increases by 2 times. Now you can do more examples like this by taking increases 2 times and increases by 2 times. How it is going to be changing for different numbers. Now let us assume B increases 3 times. Then what happens for A? A also increases 3 times. Now B increases by 3 times. Whenever by is coming, one number is coming extra. That one you have to remember carefully. This is for directly proportional. So whenever B increases 2 times, A also increases 2 times. Whenever B increases by 2 times, now A increases 3 times, increases by 2 times. You have to take care about the options carefully. Where we will get all these in physics. Now we are taking A and B. Let us assume Ohm's law in current electricity. So what is Ohm's law is saying is voltage is directly proportional to current. In place of A, you got voltage. In place of B, you got current. Now current increases 2 times. What happens to voltage? Voltage also increases 2 times. We can practice by changing numbers, 2 to 3 numbers. Then you will be getting in these type of problems very easily. So Charles' law if you take, voltage is directly means volume is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So volume is directly proportional to absolute temperature means if temperature increases 2 times, volume also increases 2 times. If temperature increases by 2 times, volume also increases 3 times. Otherwise, volume also increases by 3 times. This is about directly proportional. Just have a look and we can practice by changing the numbers. Instead of 2 times by 2 times, you can take 3 times by 3 times. 2 times, 4 times by 4 times. If you practice like this, you can become perfect on A is directly proportional. Now we will see inversely proportional. What happens in case of inversely proportional? Inversely proportional to B. Same question. B increases 2 times. What happens to A? Now this one we are doing. So A1 by A2 is equal to B2 by B1. Previously we have taken B1 by B2 because that is directly proportional. So B2 by B1 means what is B2 we said? Whenever increases 2 times. Increases 2 times means B2 is going to be 2B1. Therefore 2B1 by B1. So now A1 by A2 is how much? A1 by A2 is 2. A2 is A1 by 2. It is going to become how? Previous one 2 times. Now it is going to become 1 by 2 times. Now what will be the answer for increases by 2 times? Now you can say directly for this. If you observe carefully. Increases by 2 times means what is B2? B1 plus 2B1. So what you are going to get? 3B1. So whenever we got 2B1, we got answer A1 by 2. Now whenever we got 3B1 here, what is the answer? So you can guess what is the answer will be. A1 by A2 is again B2 by B1. You can say the answer directly. Just I am writing here. Maybe all of you got your answer. A1 by A2 is 3. Now A2 is A1 by 3. Isn't it? Increases by 2 times. Increases 2 times. This is the small difference whenever we are taking directly proportional and inversely proportional. So now we will see after this inversely proportional, we will see directly proportional for B square and inversely proportional for B square. You can say this one answer directly. So before going to this, how much you understood? We are going to cross check once. In case of A is directly proportional to B, B increases 3 times. B increases 3 times. What happens to A? A is going to be also increases 3 times. Correct? B increases by 3 times. B increases by 3 times. What happens for A? A2 is going to be 4A. So now A is going to increase 4 times. This is the difference between by 3 times and 3 times. Now we will see A is directly proportional to B square. Now same question I am doing. B increases 2 times. B increases by 2 times. Very fundamentals, basics these are before going to solve physics problems. So B increases 2 times means how we are going to write A means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 square by B2 square. So B1 square by what is B2 now? B2 is going to become 2B1. Therefore 2B1 whole square. So B1 square by 4B1. Then A1 by A2 equal to 1 by 4. A1 by A2 1 by 4 means what will be the answer? Maybe it is not visible for you. So A1 by A2 is going to be 1 by 4. Therefore A2 is going to be 4A1. So in exam you no need to do all these things. Already we got in directly proportional. If it is increases 3 times, A also increases 3 times because power 1 is there. Here increases 2 times. Here square is there. Finally you got 4 times. Let us assume you are going to do for A is directly proportional to B cube. Now B increases 2 times. What happens whenever cube is there means 2 cube. So whenever 1 is there, 2 we got 2 times. So if it be B increases 3 times, 1 is there, you got 3 times. Correct? Now square is there. Therefore 2 times means you got 4, 3 times means you got 3 square, 4 times means you will get 4 square whenever square is there. Cube is there means increases 2 times. Increases 2 times means 2 cube. It is going to become 8 times. Isn't it? Now you will see increases by 2 times. How increases by 2 times will be coming means same question. A1 by A2 is B1 square by B2 square. So what is B2 now? Increases by 2 times means B2 is going to be 3B1. Already we said whenever we are discussing previously, B increases by 2 times means B1 plus 2B1. Therefore you got 3B1. If you substitute here B1 square by 3B1 whole square. Therefore you are going to get 1 by 9. Now A2 is going to become 9A1. See the difference how it is going to be coming. So whenever it is directly proportional to square, increases 2 times, increases 2 times, increases by 2 times. Whenever increases 2 times, our answer will be whenever square is there 4. Increases by 2 times, our answer will be 3 square, that is going to be 9. Now we will see A, which one I have put here. A is directly proportional to B cube. Now without solving all these, directly you can say the answer. Just you can try. So B increases. This time changing. B increases 3 times. B increases 3 times. What happens to A? What happens to A means you have 3 cube. 3 cube means how much you are going to get? 20. Correct. Now B increases. B increases by 3 times. So in this by 3 times means what you have to take B? So B you have to take B plus 3B, that is going to be 4. 4 cube. How much is the 4 cube means? 64 times. So like this we are going to solve. So you can take today directly proportional, inversely proportional by taking different numbers. Then definitely you are going to get perfect on all these very well. So where you are going to get all these in physics? Just roughly we will give one or two equations for you, how it is going to come, how it is going to be helpful in our exam. Now one of you came from kinetic energy relation first year. So what is kinetic energy equation? Kinetic energy equal to half mv square and p square by 2m also we can write, where v is velocity, p is going to be momentum, m is mass we can write. So now velocity increases 2 times. Velocity increases 2 times. What happens to kinetic energy? They will ask. At the time, what is the relation between kinetic energy and velocity? K is directly proportional to v square. So already we discussed A is directly proportional to b square. Just we are replacing AB with K and V. Here K is kinetic energy, V is velocity. That's all. But it is going to be related to ABCD letters only. So if velocity increases 2 times, what happens for kinetic energy? Square is there. Therefore, kinetic energy increases 4 times. Isn't it? So directly you will get like this if you are going to practice these very well. Next time, in place of velocity they give momentum. Momentum increases 2 times. Then what happens to kinetic energy means, if momentum increases 2 times means, so kinetic energy E square is there. Therefore, K dash is going to become 4K or K2 is going to become 4K1. Like that you are going to take. So this is for directly proportional to P square, V square we discussed. Isn't it? So like this only you are going to get in our physics so many problems. Next on this you will get percentage. How to solve percentage problems? Momentum increases 50%, 10%. Then what happens to kinetic energy? They will ask. At the time how to solve, we are going to discuss. So percentage, if you are taking A is directly proportional to B once again. So B increases 10%. What happens to A they will ask. At the time, again you will take formula A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. So whenever this percentage is greater than 5%, whenever this percentage is greater than 5%, try to take initial values B1 and A1 as 100. A1 is equal to 100, B1 is equal to 100. Now we have to calculate A2 value how much. Now what is B2 they gave means how much is increased, they said 10% increases. At the time you have to take 100 plus 10 is going to be 110. Now again you can substitute in this. A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2. So what is B1? 100. What is B2? 110. So A1 is also 100. A2 we want 100 by 1. So if you cancel 100 and 100, so what will be coming finally the answer? So A2 is going to become 110. So A2 you got 110 if you are taking A1 as 100. Therefore how much is increased means 10% increases. 10% increase. So you don't need to solve all these things. Whenever it is directly proportional, if B power 1 is there, if it is increasing 10%, A will also increase 10%. So problem will come whenever square is there. A is directly proportional to B square. Then how we are going to solve this? Same question. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 square by B2 square. Now B increases 10%. Same we are going to take. B1 is 100, A1 is 100, B2 is 110. Substituting this. 100 by A2 is equal to 100 square by, what is B2 we got? Because 10% increased, 110 square. So now you can cancel 100 and 100. So 1 by A2 is equal to 100 by, so 110 into 110. Don't multiply all the numbers. Initially you can try to cancel. Now A2 is going to be 11 11s, 121. So you got A2 121 because you have taken A1 as 100. Then how much is going to be increased here? So 21%, 121 minus 100. 21% is going to be increasing. So if B increases 10%, A increases 21%. Same question if they give. Let us assume B decreases 10%. How to solve? B decreases 10%. B decreases 10%. How to solve this? So A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, B1 square by B2 square. So in this you will get same answer. What we are going to get? Same like this, proportional. But here B power 1 is there, here B square is there. Square we are doing because this one you will get very easily. So A1 is 100, A2 we should calculate, B1 is 100 square. Now what is B2? Because previous one B increases 10%. Now B decreases 10%. Whenever B decreases 10%, so B2 we should take 100 minus 10. That is going to be 90. Therefore 90 square we have to take. So 100 will be cancelled and this one is going to become 1 by A2 is equal to here 100 by 90 into 90. So 2 zeros will be cancelled. Now A2 is 9 9s are 81. Final answer is not 81. How much you have taken A1? A1 is going to be, in all the cases we are taking 100. Therefore 100 minus 81. 100 minus 81 means how much we are going to get? 100 minus 81 is 19%. So 19%. Below you got 100. Therefore 19% decreases. If B increases 10%, A increases 21%. If B decreases 10%, B decreases 10%, then A decreases 19%. If you got below 100, always decreases. If you got above 100, always increases. So in this directly proportional, if you increase 10%, A also increases 10%. If you decrease B 10%, A will also decrease 10% because that is directly proportional. So on this you got last year also, before last year also in NEET exam, final NEET exam, you got one question. So but just in place of A, RMS velocity, in place of B, temperature they give. Just A and B they are going to be interchanged with physical quantities, but we are going to get relations, all relations in physics related to like this only, so many relations. Now we will see kinetic energy relation. What is the kinetic energy relation? Previously we have written K is equal to P square by 2m. Just how we are applying in physics we are discussing. The basic mass, how we are going to relate it to physics we are going to discuss. That's all. K is directly proportional to P square. So momentum, this type of questions you will get in NEET so many times in your college. They conducted exam also, you are going to get this type of models very commonly. Momentum increases 20%. What happens to kinetic energy? They will ask. Here increases or increases by, percentage remains same. Okay, so but previously increases 2 times, increases by 2 times is different. But in this increases by 20%, increases 20%, almost you are going to get same answer. Therefore, you don't need to worry about increases or increases by percentage. Always they have to do like this only. But percentage, I told you initially, so it should be greater than 5%. If it is below 5%, we will do in another way. That one we will discuss in upcoming classes. So momentum increases by 20%. What happens to kinetic energy? Now kinetic energy momentum relation you have to get idea. After getting that, K1 by K2 is equal to P1 square by P2 square. Initial K1 how much you have to take? I said K1 is equal to 100. Initial momentum also 100. Now we should get K2 value how much? So now P2, how much increased here? 20%. 100 plus 20. That is going to become 120. Now substitute in this formula. 100 by K2 is equal to 100 square by 120 square. So 100 will be cancelled. Then 1 by K2 is equal to 100 by 120 into 120. So again 2 zeros will be cancelled. So now K2 is going to become 12 12 are 140. So what is the K1 you have taken? K1 is 100. Therefore you got K2 140. How much increase now? So 144 minus 100. So K2 increases 44%. So like this they are going to ask the questions. Now you can try, if momentum increases by 50%, momentum increases by 50%, what happens to kinetic energy? Again you have to take same, K1 by K2 is equal to P1 square by P2 square. 100 by K2 equal to, what is P1 we have taken? 100 square. What is P2 now? So momentum increases by 50%. Therefore, P2 you should take 100 plus 50. That is going to be 150. 150 square. So 100 will be cancelled. 1 by K2 is 100 by 150 into 150. So you should come to know 11 11s, 12 12s, up to minimum 19 or 20 you should remember. Because 15 15s. If you don't know, it will be stopped here. 225. But initial K1 how much? K1 we have taken 100. Therefore, minus 100 if you do 125%. Kinetic energy increases 125%. Like this, whichever problems, how many problems they have given, you can solve like this. Just if you know the relation. This is about percentage, how we are going to solve. Now we will see momentum decreases 20%. How the problems will become. Momentum decreases 20%. What happens to kinetic energy? K1 by K2 equal to P1 square by P2 square. What were the initial values I said? Initial values, K1 is 100, P2 we should calculate, P1 is also 100. What is P2? Whenever decreases, what we have to take? So P2 is going to be 100 minus 20, that is going to be 80 square. So 100 will be cancelled. 1 by K2 is equal to 100 by 80 into 8. If you cancel 2 zeros here, so now K2 is going to become 8 8s are 64. So answer is not 64. We got 64 after substituting all this. Now we have to find 100. Initial kinetic energy, how much we have taken? Initial kinetic energy 100. So 100 minus 64. 100 minus 64 means we will get 36. So 36 percentage is going to decrease. Whenever you got below 100, percentage is going to be decreases. If you got above 100, percentage is going to be increases. So like this you can go for 10%, 20% already we have done, 30% like this. So how many times you are practicing all this, your fastness is going to increase. Later we are going to give direct answers. How we are going to give directly means, if it is, let us assume 10%. For 20% we got 80 here, 88s are 64, you got 100 minus 64, 30. So if it is 10% decreases momentum. So 100 minus 10, 90, you will get here 90. 9 9s are 81. So 81 means 100 minus 81. Like this we are going to get fast. Let us assume it is 30%. 30% decreases. Then 100 minus 30. 100 minus 30 means 70. 7 7s are 49. 100 minus 49, so 51. So like this we are going to do fastly. Till then we have to practice by changing the numbers. This is about how directly proportional and inversely proportional and percentages in physics. So many equations like this we are going to get. Let us assume energy stored in a capacitor in second year. So half CV square. Voltage increases, like this they are going to. Again, what happens to energy? Like this, all the problems we are going to get, but we are going to applying is going to be very, very important for the given question. For that equation we should come to know. All these are simple basic mathematics. So what we have started class for NEET easy physics, this is not for this year students. So who are going to write in 2026, for them these classes will be helpful. If you are struggling still to apply this type of questions means, you can see 1 or 2 times. Then if you apply, definitely you are going to get each and every problem. So every relation you are going to get like this one. Thank you. Again in next class we are going to meet.